Honkai Star Rail is recently getting a lot of hate from many people, especially the Chinese players, that are demanding that the game is getting way too difficult. They say that only whales can complete the game and that if you don't spend money you will never be able to complete the Memory of Chaos. And this is something that many players can relate to. So is this true? What will happen in the future? And most importantly, what can Hoyoverse do in order to fix this? I'll talk about it in this video, but before that, please consider to subscribe because it would be very nice to reach 1,000 subs before the end of this year. It's a long road ahead, but I would really appreciate it. And now let's get to the video. So the main reason for why many people are complaining about the recent Memory of Chaos is because of just how hard it is and just because of the stats. Most importantly, not only for the attack buff that the enemies have, because they will deal a fucking massive amount of damage, but also for the HP. They call it HP inflation and I could not agree more. If you go see the latest boss, it's gonna have more than 7 million HP. If you're not used to the game, 7 million is a lot of HP. A lot. And even if you don't consider the final boss, even the other ones still have a lot of HP. For example, one of them that have 1 million and it's still a lot. Or just the Arurumaton, which is a very easy boss having 500,000. This is nuts. This is a crazy amount of HP and also the damage that they deal. Like, just look at this guy, which also looks so fucking cool, by the way. Like, I swear to god, he has a better animation than many 5 stars. Of course, same goes for Nicatron, which is the latest boss, and it's gonna just kill your entire squad in one hit. So that's, yeah, that seems about right. And there are more than 48,000 people complaining about this just for the Chinese side too. Also because the rewards are not even that great, to be honest. Like, they are just normal. They are the most normal and boring rewards that you could think of. And you have to literally kill God in order to achieve them. But now we need to talk about the most important thing about Star Rail and also the worst one. In my opinion, Honkai Star Rail is by far the most cash grab game out of all of the Hoyoverse games. So many people say Genshin, but only because they just play Genshin more, because Genshin is much more played compared to Star Rail. But Star Rail, unlike Genshin, demands you to actually pay money in order to complete the game. In Genshin you can still win most of the Abyss if you just play a free-to-play team or just a character from like 3 years ago. I still see some Japanese people just completing the entirety of the Abyss by just using Keching, but on Star Rail I would like to see you just doing the same. In Star Rail you actually need those characters in order to complete the game, and we can see it very quickly. So first of all, the opponents will deal a shit ton of damage, so you will need Adventuring. He's a busted character for the Preservation class, and nope, the other Preservation characters are very outdated, old, and will suck balls. Then you will need a broken support unless you got Bronya, so go get Sunday, Sparkle, Robin, Ruamei, or maybe all of them, and these are more 5 stars that you absolutely need to finish the game, or to basically even get at a high level. Then you might need a healer, and Veilu sucks balls, so then you might need Linksha, and then many DPSs will also need more 5 stars in order to actually be useful. Just think of Firefly and just how expensive their teams are, or Kafka needing Black Swan and Robin even though their team isn't even very good at all. And they keep releasing new characters, and all of these new characters will also need more new supports, and I would like that if it was something made way better. If they gave you way more gems compared to Genshin, and they kind of do I think, but it's not enough at all, then it will be actually very nice that you keep getting new characters, so you just keep refreshing your teams, your setups, how you play, maybe you get a different team all the time, but not if you get crumbles out of the things that you actually need to get all of these new characters. You very quickly get left behind, because at the end of the day, if you're a free-to-play, you can't really get that many 5 stars. I mean, you can, but it will take a shit ton of time. Just like Aglaia that just got released and also need another very expensive teams. And also the gameplay of this game is very repetitive, so I would also like to see you just keep doing the same domain over and over again, even on autoplay. Like, at this point I don't even know where is the point in playing it, which is why I stopped, because it was just a painful thing to do. The game demands you to pay a lot of money to be completed, while other games don't actually require you to. Genshin just shows you a design that you might like, and same goes for Wuthering Waves, and they might also be very strong, so you can just choose whether to buy them or not. Star Rail basically forces you to, because you will not be able to complete the game with only free-to-play alternatives. Like, March the Hunt can only do so much at the end of the day. Now, can they fix this problem? Absolutely, they could do it before even the next version. It will be very easy. They can make 2 choices in the end. The first one is to just make the Abyss easier. It's not that difficult, just make everything much easier. Just reduce the HP, reduce the attack, because not many people have that many characters, and most importantly, not many people have all of those good stats. You are just making the game more accessible, because the more you play the game, the more you realize that this game is just made either for people who have never skipped 1 day of commissions, or for people that are just dumping a lot of money into the game for absolutely no reason. I guess to see at the cool looking animations, and that's it, also because you will get like 5 total animations for each character, and then you will see those 5 animations for the rest of your life. Like that's very repetitive. I honestly hate Star Rail just because of how repetitive it is. The second option is to just give more gems to the players, because as you can see there are more banners. There are like 8 banners for each version from now on, so more banners, more characters, more stats for the bosses, so you're getting left behind if you're playing the characters. So to fix this, they should just give you more tickets in order to make more pools and get eventually more characters, and also increase the odds of getting a good stat, and that is it. But will they do it? Fuck no, of course they won't. Like, it's Hoyoverse, they will never do that. And honestly, I'm not surprised at all. Like, it's not something that I would expect from them at all. So the only good thing would be that they should just, you know, just reduce the HP of the bosses and their attack, and that's it. Like, players are not expecting you to just increase the amount of gems that they receive simply because they know just how greedy of a fucker you are. They just want you to make the game easier, and that's it. Because right now you're clearly making it in order to make people just have an easier time if they're spending a lot of money, but I mean a lot of money. Just make the game more accessible, because people are just getting more and more angry about this, and I feel that many people may stop playing the game if they see just how hard it has become, because it's only been a few versions since the game got so hard. If you go see the previous versions of the Memory of Chaos, they were not that hard compared to this one, and it's only gonna get even more difficult. But this is something that Star Rail absolutely needs to improve, for a very simple reason, because it's a game that still didn't find anything that they could do instead of the normal gameplay. Unfortunately, compared to Genshin or Wuthering Waves, which are open world games, this game is like very stuck on its own gameplay, and you can't really diverge much from it. It's just going to be a turn-based game. Even when they try to do a special event, it's just going to be the same kind of turn-based game, but maybe they will add some special buffs or something like that. I'm thinking of like the trotters and that kind of stuff. But even then, it means that you will always have to play a turn-based game, and you will always have to care about your stats. And honestly, even if you're very lucky or you just spend a lot of money so you get all the good characters, it's still going to suck to have to farm for all of these artifacts, because it's much more repetitive compared to Genshin. Genshin is open world, where you can just do so much more. Even in the end you don't maybe do much, like in the end you're just going to do the same combo to kill the same amount of enemies, to do the same type of domain, to get the same artifacts that will most likely suck. At least it already feels much more like free. It's unironically the illusion of free choice meme, but this time you actually don't have it. The game is absolutely very repetitive when it's about the gameplay, so not only you always need the newest characters, but also the better stats that you can think of. And to be honest, I'm surprised that this game is still this popular, because I honestly find it so bad. Like, honestly, the best way to fix all of this would be by just increasing the odds of getting a 5-star or some good stats for the artifacts. Maybe both will be even better, because unlike Genshin, this actually is something that is needed for the game, in my opinion. It's way too focused on the gameplay, and this kind of gameplay fucking sucks, because you will always need the good stuff to do it, and you get blocked if you can't complete it. And yeah, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!